welcome to another live stream. What a week, guys. What a time to be on the stock market, isn't it? Such breaking news like every single day for Tesla investors. Every single day we have earnings now. Every single day there is something happen, and so many new days are created for the history books on the stock market right now, and we are in the middle of it. So welcome to this live stream, and let me know, as always, from where are you watching from. I'm very interested where you're watching from, and also let me know which time it is, because I never know if I should say good evening, because in Dubai it's now 11:30 p.m., the most sandy city in the Middle East. And also let me know, the question of the day today is, which stock are you planning to buy next? Let me know in the comments, guys. This is something I really want to know, because I always look for new stocks to invest. Me personally, I'm dying to invest into Virgin Galactic. And but more about this in the vlog on, let me just think about it. Tomorrow we have Tesla Sundays. Then we have Monday, most probably a Beyond Meat Monday session, because it's important to catch up on Beyond Meat. They just had an amazing run since the Q1 earnings. This is very important to cover in my personal view. And also then I think on Tuesday we can expect a full vlog on Virgin Galactics. If you are interested, make sure to smash that thumb up button, because it doesn't hurt you. It hurts me personally if you don't do it. So make sure to get this opportunity here on a Saturday. And we will definitely, so the topic of today's live stream overall will be that we will talk about, is the stock market overvalued? Is the prices that we see on the stocks too high? And if so, when does it go down? Or if at all, right? Which circumstances we have, which infrastructure we have that supports this high stocks, and all about this we will talk here in the live stream. Make sure to smash everything into your keyboard. Which question do you have? I really want to start the conversations, and then in this live streams, we have the most important thing, that we can talk to each other, right? We can answer some questions. I'm super interested in your questions, guys. I want to see different views on the market. I want to see how you see things, how different you see things, because this is the very important part about investing. If you have sometimes a vision for an investment, it's hard to see sometimes not only the bull, but also the bear. And it's hard sometimes to see the other side. So I'm super happy if you're also contradicting me in some kind of ways, super open for that. Obviously, I will look into those. So make sure to smash that keyboard buttons for those questions. And the opening. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you know, but if you're following this channel and subscribed, if not, then this is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notification button, because I'm vlogging so often and so much content I'm pushing out for you guys, because it's just a crazy nice time. I think it's lockdown quarantine time where we can use our time, so obviously I also use my time to grow our community as much as possible. And I just opened a new format here on this channel, which works very well, actually. I had so much good feedback from you guys that this format, that you apparently like it very much. It's like a short 10 minutes of a very brand new topic. Today we covered the relocation of the Tesla headquarters. I think we had the first video about that on YouTube online, so congratulations to us as a community and your support, obviously. And I think that this format gives us value to snack to snitch. No, not that's something else. To look into those breaking news, because breaking news obviously are very important for us investors. However, most of it is in the second that it goes online in price. But it's always nice to have those breaking news on your investment, on your in companies that you invested in, right? So I think it's a great way to give us a new format, just 10 minutes without going into live chat, nothing, just straight up into the topic, 10 minutes. And beside that, obviously you have my daily live streams, a little bit longer, a little bit more time to go in depth into content, into ideas, into the market. Like today, we will talk about if and how the stock market is too high. And and then we have obviously our daily vlog. So let's have a look. First of all, let's say hello to some of our people here, how they are doing. So let's have a look. So we have Colorado, 3:3 a.m. Wow, where are you watching from? And I think this must be Asia, because we are now at 11:30 p.m. in Dubai. So it must be somewhere in Asia or Australia or something like that. So DRK, our regular from Atlanta, Sergi, Virgin Galactic, amazing. I'm thinking in Illumina, Square, and Nvidia. What do you recon? We will dive into that. Then let me have a see. Portugal is here, Rafael Marquez, and we have Netherlands as well, and California. Well, I Larson, unfortunately you will have one car manufacturer less, most probably, in California. We don't know yet. We don't know yet what it's. If you want to know what it's all about, Tesla just or Elon Musk just went on Twitter and want to leave California with its headquarters because the reopening just takes too much time, and therefore he want to relocate the company. I don't know. It's definitely something that he can look into. If you want to know more about that, make sure to go into my channel afterwards, after this beautiful live stream, to watch out into the stream or breaking news that I did right there. Okay, enough. Let's have a look into the main topic. So this is the opening graphic that I, every live stream I prepare a lot of graphics to go into. I really like this way to discuss with you guys, to see your view, also to show you things that maybe I can give you out of my experience and my value. Nevertheless, it's something that I can show you guys, and I can put a lot of time in the research, and this is something that I can give you guys free of charge here on YouTube. So this is comparing big crashes to our crash 2020. And this is actually the length of the crashes and also the depth of the crashes. All right, so it's pretty easy to understand. So we see the very latest crash was very deep, right? And we don't know yet how long it will be, obviously, right? But you can see, according to this graphic, that all of this crashes, and we're talking about Nixon fallout, .com crash, financial crisis, Great Depression, Black Monday, all of these crashes were quite long, except Black Monday. Black Monday was not that long as I can see, yeah. But other than that, it was quite heavily. So this is a first factor that if we just go into history, we see that the overall situation is interesting because it seems to be just the beginning, right? Especially if we comparing this to the Great Depression. If we just think it is something similar or even worse, then maybe we see even a 6-year long downturn from here. The stock market doesn't reflect that, as you can see. And this is something that I want to go inside right now. Let me just give you just a small introduction. What we go into, we will go into the valuations of stocks. I want to go also into the market, what the market currently is showing us, which stocks gained what last week. And also I want to show you the Buffett indicator. Something very important that Warren Buffett used to value stocks as a big value investor. And the big question, obviously, is value investing dead or not dead? So let's have a look. So here is a graphic that I found quite interesting. So here is the S&P 500 price in black versus the S&P 500 PE ratio. That obviously in the 2000 levels where the graph or the chart starts is at the .com bubble. Okay, so it's very, very high at the 24 levels. Then it went down together with the S&P, and then up. It's pretty much following the S&P until somewhere in 2018, where the two graphs a little bit disconnected here. So this means that the S&P went further up and the earnings pretty much flattened out or went down. And so you see, though the earnings, and this is the trend now here in this thing, earnings went down though the prices went up, and now we are at the PE ratio of about 20.6. And the last time we went into those levels was still in the whole .com crash bubble area. Okay, so I think that this is also an indicator for me. PE ratio is one of the most used term for showing us if a stock or index or a whole market can be overvalued. PE ratio is the easiest thing. Just see how the prices to the earnings. If you're interested, guys, let me know in the comments. I can pull out the formula, which is quite easily. However, let's have a look into the next graphic. The next graphic is something that maybe is a reasoning why the S&P 500 is still going up. And this is it has something to do with the big companies into the S&P 500, which is, companies like Apple, Microsoft, and so on and so forth. The big winners out of this digitalization crisis that I would love to call it, right? Because everything goes digital now with a double speed, okay? And as you can see here, the market cap of 5 largest company as share of S&P 500 total jumped to a new record level since the 80s, guys. And therefore you can see that the S&P is, representing for the most part 20% of the big companies which are doing very well. Right? So it doesn't represent that much the company that are really affected, like the industry sector too much or the restaurant sector. 20% is one of the highest ratio that the S&P 500 had of the big market cap companies, of the large companies. And obviously this, even went higher. This graphic is as of 23rd of April 2020, but it's quite interesting. I think source is here Goldman Sachs Investment Research, so quite interesting and trustable source here. And the next graphic that I want to go into is the following, the Buffett indicator. But before we going into the Buffett indicator, I want to just make sure, guys, is the video and link and sound synced? This would be quite interesting to know. And secondly, I can also have a look into the live stream. The following, the Buffett indicator. But before we go into the Buffett indicator, I want to just make sure, guys, is the video and link and sound okay, we seem to be a little bit out of sync. I will just try to fix that, so you will just have a better experience right there. And you just have to let me know if this worked. So okay, we seem to be a little bit out of sync. So let me just, while I'm adjusting here, we have now the member joined by Mario from London. He just joined, so this is quite interesting. I'm just trying to fix that real quick for you guys. Sorry for that. So let me just, while I'm adjusting here. Okay, it seems to work now. Okay, we got it. We got it. Sorry. We are now sync or back sync. Just a couple of days, then I will have all my equipment here for the live stream studio, which will increase epically, guys. Epically the quality. Everything will be in sync. We will have crazy animations. You know, CNBC will be a joke compared to this live stream. So make sure to subscribe and thumb up this live stream if you haven't did yet already. Now, before I want to go into the Buffett indicator, Buffett obviously was just recently on the annual shareholder meeting of Berkshire Hathaway, and he said that due to the current downturn, he didn't bought any stocks. This means that he thinks that the market is still too expensive, and for that he will use one of the metrics, which is the Buffett indicator. But on the other side, I think it's a interesting view or start of a discussion. Is value investing even at this point of time possible? Because think about it. What drives the market is an insane bulk of money that is just printed, put into market, put into market by corporate bonds. And I think, you know, as the Fed just put out their bazooka already, and as also Warren Buffett says, maybe too easily and too fast, maybe we will see even the Fed buying stocks. Think about that. Think about the stock market go more down, and the Fed would start to buy stocks, guys. It's not possible as of the framework of the US law, so they would need to change that. But, you know, who knows, right? I mean, the moral of the federal bank is totally out, because this is something that came from outside. Nobody is responsible. In the financial crisis, we had the banks, that there was the enemies. The banks did that, and there was very, very unresponsible with the money and the things that they traded with this very bad junk materials over there. And you know, I think that. And that's why the Fed couldn't, you know, interact like they are today. Today, you know, okay, you know, everybody's hurt. Let's just pump some money, right? What does it take? Another trillion? No problemo. Yeah. And I think that's quite interesting. And therefore, you know, when this happens, guys, then we have a mega bull financed by the US government. I mean, it's already happening, and kind of, I heard that the Fed engaged BlackRock, the biggest investment house ever, to invest into the market in, you know, different ways, and BlackRock is consulting with them. This means that basically BlackRock investing on unlimited money and without risk, right? Because the Federal Reserve just prints money, and they invest this money to have some outturn. So very interesting times, guys. So very, very interesting. But let's have a look. Enough teased. Here is the Buffett indicator. So the Buffett indicator is the composite market value to GDP. With a small explanation, how much is the market value compared to the GDP of US, which is, just a combination of all products and all services produced in 1 year by the United States of America. And as you can see, we are on levels that we never seen before. And this makes sense. This indicator makes quite sense, because think about it. If a country produces a lot of products and stuff, the companies are doing very well, so the stock market should go up. But what's happening right now, the stock market goes back up, but the outcome of these companies go down. So you see the big inflation of this Buffett indicator right there, and it's also exiting the trend line that you can see that is that is up, but totally out of the range what would be normal for this indicator, right? So I think this is quite important, guys. And let me know what you think, and before diving into the comments, make sure to check out my newest addition as well to the channel, which is Wolf of Dubai membership, to be more part of the community. It's supporting the channel, and you have a great value for very small contribution to this channel. You have also access to our Discord channel for all the members. It's very interesting. So make sure to click the join button below the videos or below the live streams if you want to check that out. Let's have a look into the comments. I hope you liked it so far, and if so, you know what you have to do. You have to smash the like button. I feel like sometimes like Graham Stevens, who did the magic to smash the if he is the guy, I think, who really made the smashing of the like button a new trend on YouTube. One of the best financial YouTubers out there, more into financial personal finance. So we got it. Let's have a look into the comments. What else we have? Tesla is the hottest news for the day. That's true, DRK. Absolutely. If you want to know more about that, if you just switched on, check out the video that I did before this live stream. It's 2:30 p.m. in Dallas, Texas. Nick, let us know, Nick, as soon as you see any Tesla guys running out there. This would be quite interesting. Lep Plays Demon is asking where I'm from originally. I'm from Germany. So I'm German, born in German, raised in German, and since 10 years in the tax-free, not really tax-free, but almost tax-free, a beautiful city, safe city, shining city, futuristic city, Dubai. So, that's why Wolf of Dubai, this makes sense. Then Laplace Demon says, content is great, the channel seems to be underrated. I hope so, Still you can find underrated and undervalued channels in YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Let me have a look. Then someone is asking about cryptocurrency. I'm not that much into crypto because I just don't have the knowledge. I cannot say anything, but I heard the same, that the hedge fund manager Tudor, he is a billionaire and is from Texas, and he invested or said he invested in Bitcoin. Also, he said that the current stock market remind him of the dot-com bubble. Maybe a sign that, maybe much more interesting and very, very experienced people think that the stock market is overvalued. So, think about that. We still have a delay. Always got the sync issues. Yeah, Nick, I know. It's just a couple of days that we will have the equipment here, and then everything should be always, I think, just my MacBook here doesn't like all the streaming software and all these things that we are crashing on. So Rafael Marquez Rafa says, guys, wait for the Q2 drop. I think also, now we had, if you consider like waves, okay, like waves, and you surfing the waves of the stock market and Wall Street, okay, so think about that. We had the first wave that hit us pretty hard because it was uncertainty. We had very high stock prices. And then, the Fed put a lot of money into the market, and then we came out of that. And then the Q1 numbers was as per expectation, because the expectation got totally revised, obviously, because analysts said, wow, with this whole new situation, I better raise my or lower my expectations so I don't look stupid, right? And this what happens actually, and when the expectations are low, stocks are putting good performance because they are beating the expectations. Now, what happened, or what will happen, or what can happen is, now we are turning into the reality, because you see that it's not going well if most of the companies say, we don't make any guidance, we don't want to say that we are screwed in Q2 and basically have zero revenue. It's really true that some companies are so much affected, especially in the travel industry, in the restaurant businesses, in some other businesses where you just come together, events, or just so many businesses and industry are affected by this, that I think we will see a realization. And this is not only me, I think financial education, Jeremy is saying the same, that something is coming. So let's have a see. Let's have a look, guys. I'm very curious. It's definitely unprecedented times. So let me have a look. So, what else we have? Love the cultural German sound. Buffett is past his time. I don't think he's making good decisions anymore. Well, I think, if you think about Buffett, he really makes some good calls when he was younger, right? Think about Coca-Cola, American Airlines, what else what was his big trades? He had so many that I cannot. Goldman and Sachs, but he did over the past really huge, significant trades that made him obviously billionaire. McDonald's as well, but he missed or came into Apple very late. He's not investing into Tesla or any sort of growth companies that are be behind his threshold, because he has like a 30 billion where he said like the market cap need to be 30 billion, otherwise it makes no sense to go into with so much money into this company. And his performance over the last year was under the S&P 500, so I don't know, doesn't make sense to have all this time invested and everything if you cannot beat the S&P 500. In my opinion, in the future, if this situation stays for a couple of months and years with this cheap money, growth stock investing will be the only big chance to beat the market, guys. So think about that. So let's have a look. What else? California is cutting edge. um, Let me have a look. There is a question by Daddy45. Wolf, are you going to swing trade or are you just going to wait in the sidelines, I guess he means. Depending on which stock. Generally, I'm not into trading. You know, trading is very hard. I just have a very small amount of my portfolio for some trades, you know. But this trades is something more like, for example, I traded Tiffany when there was this offer by LVMH to buy Tiffany, and it was so sure or very high probability that it will happen. But Tiffany said, you know, the price is too low, we still want to have a higher price, and therefore they came back and brought another price, and then the deal happened, and it was a nice 10-20% gain. But day trading, swing trading is nothing for me. You know, I just pulled out of Tesla just recently, you know, with a huge gain. Don't forget that, guys. Just because the times get so uncertain, and I think that this whole stock market is so overvalued, and I rather, you know, wait very patiently that everything goes down. Maybe I'm wrong, right? And but the beauty about the stock market, that they are possibilities every single day, and therefore I'm vlogging every single day, and therefore you should thumb up every single day. And I really thankful for your support, guys. That's it. Thank you very much, and don't forget to come back tomorrow, because we have huge new content every single day. Thanks.